This is a man-children's trading card game. What some of you may not know about me is that I'm actually a very big fan of man-children's trading card games. Mostly, though, it is completely different.
King of games, bitch!
This one, though, is Magic the Gathering. And we're gonna start gathering, but in a Magic the Gathering RPG. Very similar, but not quite the same as the far more ancient Magic the Gathering RPG from like the 90s, commonly referred to as Shadalar. Though this one is allegedly in the same setting. Shadalar. For those of you who are fans of the ancient one, well, there's a fan-made, completely fan-made new one. And we're going to do that. As you can see, I've already started setting up the character. Yeah, from Final Fantasy, apparently. But you can be multiple races, as it says here. Race. It says race, not species, not whatever Pathfinder's doing, ancestry, whatever. No, it's a race. You can be normal, gay, meta, a corpse, a scaly, eldritch, a midget, a furry, a scaly, a scaly, a scaly, a scaly, a scaly, a hellstan, a core race, but I think we are going to be a human person from Final Fantasy, allegedly. Now, this game, I've played this game quite a bit, actually, and I figured that, as I seem to be enjoying this, other people might enjoy it too. But just know that you are not coming into this with a person who is good at Magic. I am the worst Magic player in the world. Difficulty, normal. Starter deck will include a second color, starting leather boots, blah blah blah. But no, we're going hardcore. Look at this. For players who want to challenge, I want to be challenged. I need to be mentally challenged more so than I already am. Some enemies will use genetic AI decks. Starter decks will include 2 to 3 colors. No starting equipment. In duels, we have 8 life starting. The enemies have 50% more health, and we lose 30% of our gold and life on defeat. As for the economy, we start with some money, no mana shards, we sell stuff for 25% of its value, and everything just costs more and we get less loot. Now then, here's the thing. The mode. Constructed mode, you receive a specific pre-constructed deck based on my color and difficulty. There's also standard. Starting decks is built from 2 to 3 jumpstart packs of 20 cards each. You'll receive one jumpstart pack of your chosen color and one of an allied color. You can just get various different packs. There's also pile. You will receive a random pile of cards based on your chosen color and difficulty. My chosen color and 2 allied colors, so it'd be white, blue, and green, I want to say. We receive less uncommon and rare cards than on normal difficulty. Then we also have Chaos mode. Chaos. You and all enemies, every enemy, has a random pre-constructed deck. Encounter difficulty will vary wildly. And considering my name, we're gonna go Chaos mode. Expect to see me lose repeatedly. Because the starting deck is going to suck. But I think pile would probably be better. A random pile of cards, but the enemies will have decks that make sense. Now then, there are 5 colors. Normally I like to roll with black, but for today, we're going to roll some dice. Need to find a D6 here, because D5s don't exist yet. Well, I mean, they probably do, but yeah. A D6. 1 will be white, 2 blue, 3 black, 4 red, 5 green, 6 re-roll. I got a 1. I guess we're whites now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's fucking go! So, one of the first things that are going to happen is we have to talk to a filthy black wizard. Darkness and silence surround you. A vague sense of falling slows second by second. Where am I? What am I? What's going on? Where's my penis? A flash of light brighter than anything you remember precedes a fall to a stone floor. This is almost as jarring as realizing that you actually don't remember much of anything at all. I'm on a horse. I'm a knight. Knecht. Hello, Planeswalker Chaos. Okay, bye. Woo! Damn it. Hello, Planeswalker Chaos. Sorry, this is an old guy. Hello, Planeswalker Chaos. Hold on. I might need something to help me out with this. Cheers. My videos don't get monetized anyways. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
This is Shadalar, a plane where mana is so prevalent it is used by all that is sentient. Even the common people use spells.
This is like a guy in his 20s trying to sound old. It's kind of like what I'm doing here.
Like you, some planeswalkers have been trapped here by the guardians in the castles. You must challenge them in battle to release us from this plane.
Okay, dude, but
use your powers
read the script. No, seriously, read off the script. Read off the script. Don't just... Did they change the text here? With the text in the script and no one got fucking memo?
Find the planeswalkers trapped here and guide them to me.
They will help you on your journey. Okay, I'm looking for planeswalkers.
Take this rune. You can use it anytime to return here.
We gotta teleport back.
Please,
but it costs these things, so we need to find these before we can TP anywhere. Oh, yeah, something else for me! Coins, but don't spend them with the merchants. What are they then? What are they for? Bronze, silver, and gold challenge coins. These are challenge coins. Spellcasters of Shadalar will often gather to hold test of skill. These coins will grant you entry to contests, and the prizes available can help you on your journey. What are these contests? Show the coin to innkeepers. If there is a group in town, the innkeeper will direct you to them. Thank you. I will reopen the portal you arrived through now, but it cannot send you back to wherever you have come. From wherever you have come. On the other side, you will find the Barons of Shadalar, which I, and now you, call home. Woo! Yeet. So you have a quest of sorts now. Find and free the Planeswalkers. But is that really what you want to do? Despite the fog covering your memory, you are certain that you are powerful enough to take care of yourself. I guess we're going to explore Shadalar. We don't have a choice. All major locations in Shadalar can be divided up into one of two categories, towns and dungeons. Navigation arrows should now appear around your character. Follow it to a nearby town. Try to avoid any enemies that pop up along the way. Follow a road. All roads lead to a town. Oh, shit. All roads lead to a town. Wizard! Most towns in a given region of Shadalar will look very similar to one another and offer the same basic services. The inn contains some special events. You can also sell extra cards there or buy temporary extra health. The question mark sign denotes a town square/job board where you can obtain side quests. All of the other buildings with signs out front are shops. Most of them sell cards. To leave town, just go to the edge of the screen or hit F4 or the exit button up there. Entering a friendly town will also restore any missing hit points for free. Okay. I think first things first. See what cards we have. White, huh? We have a 60 card deck. It looks like we are green, white, blue. Yes, that's about what I expected. And we can frazzle people. Give them the old frazzle dazzle. Alright, let's take a look here. We might cut it down to a 40 card deck, actually. Just because, Sky Streamer's only really good in, looks like, 2-player. Like, when I have an ally. Let's see here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 islands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 15 plains. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forests. Let's see here. What do I have the most of? White, of course. Now, let's sort this by color real fast, just so we can see what we're working with. In terms of blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue cards. And 4 green cards. Now, which ones are better? Because it's got to be a mostly white deck. It might actually have to be dropped down to almost mono-color, depending on how many lands we have. Dragon Wings, which just gives a creature flying, or we can cycle it. Okay. Dragon Wings can also enchant a creature with a mana cost of 6 or more, of which I have. I don't know how many. 1. A 3/4 for 6 mana? It has lifelink. And I can reveal it to give something else lifelink, but for me. That's my only 6 mana cost. Oh, wait. I have Daru Lancer. A 3/4 first strike for 6. But it's a morph. So I can basically play it for a 4 mana. Okay. Yeah, I can get that up pretty fast. And an Angelic Observer. So I have 3 things. One of them already has flying. A 3/3 flyer for 6. And if I have citizens, it costs slightly less. Do we even have any citizens in this deck? I'm not seeing any. No. No, we do not. It looks like it might be white-blue. Shape the Sands isn't too bad. I only have 1 green creature on a Disciple. With blue mana, I can give a creature flying, and with black mana, I can slightly debuff a creature. Shit, I might have to do the whole 3-color thing. I might have to mostly cut out the white. 4 mana for Frazzle. I have 1 blue creature and 1 green creature. Oh no. How many creatures do I have? How many? Hold on. I have 1, 2, 3, 9, 15, 21. I have 21 creatures. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. What are we getting rid of? Probably Angelic Observer. A 3/3 flyer for 6 just is not worth it. A 1/5 flyer that I can basically cast for either 5 or 4 mana. I might do that. Oh, a 1/1 flying lifelink. That's pretty good, actually. For 1. 2/2 for 2. That has Vigilance. That's very good. It's just a better bear. Aviary Mechanic. That can let me bounce my stuff back. So bouncing is not... Self-bouncing is not quite as good in Magic as it is in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because you can... there's not as many resources in Yu-Gi-Oh! I might change where I am. Give me a second. I'm going to cut a bit. I made myself slightly smaller so you can actually see the action. A 3/4 flyer for 5. It's probably going to be the best I'm going to get. A 3/2 flyer for 5. It's probably not worth it, but it is a flyer. A 1/2, but it has the morph, so I can play it for a whole lot cheaper. Play it for either 3 or for 4. But if I don't have any white, that might be worthwhile. There's a Samite Healer. Samite Alchemist. That's not a Samite Healer. Well, my face is so small you just can't even see it at all. Hold on. Yeah, good enough. That's a 0-2 for 4. That's not good. That's a bad card. Sarah Inquisitors, a 3-3 for 5. But it becomes a 2-5, a 2-3, sorry, when blocking. A 3-2 for 4, which gets rid of the graveyard. Seasoned Consultant. Whenever I attack with 3 or more creatures, it becomes a 3-3 for 2. And the Paladin of Prav, which is a 3-4 lifelink. The forecast might be worthwhile. Let's see here. That's a 1-4 Vigilance for 3. Okay. So if I mess with my opponent, it all becomes a 3-4 Vigilant for 3. That's not bad, but requires a bit of setup. Sunrise Seeker, which is a 3-3 Vigilance for 5. Which might be a 4-4 Vigilance for 5. I'll keep on with that. Alright, went over that. That's a 1-1 for 1. But I need the green out. A 1-3 Double Strike for 3. What the hell? Huh. Weird game. A 3-2 for 3, but it can gain flying for 2 mana. A 2-5 for 4, but it doesn't do anything. There's a flash enchantment. Okay, yes, solid footing. That one will be pretty good with something like Vault Buster. Because then it attacks basically using its defense. But then I need like 3 total mana on board. Soul Strike Technique for 2 mana gets 1-1 Vigilance. Okay, Soul Strike Technique, and it just gives me a free thing and when the enchanted creature dies. Flash Enchantment, which just makes things mostly unblockable. But it prevents damage. I might actually use that on my opponents more often. And Vigilance for 1 mana. Sticking with that one, Song of Stupefaction. Well, like Stupefaction, am I right? I can mill 2 cards. Yeah, that one's kind of dumb. Flash Flood, which is an instant. I don't want to go. I don't really. I'm not planning on fighting red right now, so I'll hold on to that for that. Arrestor's Zeal isn't too bad. That's just mana ramp. Frazzle, okay. Colossal Heroics. 3 mana. +2 for each creature beyond, +2/+2, and untap. The untap is what's worth it. I got rid of Shape the Sands. Now we're going to sort it by color again. Now most of these types of things is just looking at people build a deck. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3 each of those. Now we're down to a 50-card deck. Can probably get rid of a few more of our worst whites. Well, a 1-fly flying for 5 or for 4. Yeah, that's not worth it. Healer's Hawk, though, is great. That's probably going to stand for a long while. Sarah Inquisitors, a 3-3 for 5. it's only really good as a blocker. I mean, you can swing with it, but it doesn't have vigilance, so it's kind of not that good. For those of you who don't know anything about Magic, welcome to the club. We don't hold meetings. But just know that you're in a club now. Aren't you excited? Dutiful Servants is a 2/5 for 4. I might just keep that around as a crappy blocker, but at the same time, that's 4 mana. And I don't have a whole lot of ramp. I have one thing of ramp. And it's green. So if I don't have any green, then I can't ramp at all. And even then, it costs me 2 mana. But I do get to draw a card. Karametra's Favor is not bad. Temporal Isolation is nice. Because I can flash that in. If I have mana up, I can just basically stop damage that goes after me. I do like the 3/3 Vigilance for 5. It can be a 4/4 for 5 too. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Paladin of Prav. It's basically one of my better ones. I'm fine with my other colors. There's a lot of dumb stuff in white. A 3/2 for 3 for 2 extra. For 5 mana, it becomes a 3/2 flyer. A 3/4 flyer for 5, but I kind of want flyers to deal with flyers. I don't think I'm going to cut it down much more than what it's at. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 43. We'll go with a crappy 43 card deck for now. Oh wait, there's shops here. Let's see if they have anything. Here at Charms and Curiosities. Sorry, anything we can afford. Clutch of Undeath. +3/+3 if it's a zombie, otherwise it's a -3/-3. If you're running a lot of zombies, you can just pay 5 mana to kill anything that has less than 3 toughness, or buff your own zombies. Debilitating Injury, which is just a -2/-2 for 2. Ward 2 isn't too bad. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment an opponent controls until trapped in the screen into the battlefield. Ooh! 3 mana to just exile something. And then there's Growing Dread, which is a flash I can't afford it anyways. Well, let's see what's here. Khan's Workshop. What can we afford? A Will-Forged Golem. Okay, a 4/4 for 6. Custodian of the Trove, a 2/5 defender, and it enters tapped. There are better wolves out there. Really? And all those are pretty meh. Then we have One Size Fits All. And we can afford a Pristine Talisman. For 3 mana, we can add 1 colorless mana to our mana pool and gain 1 life. Gaining life doesn't win games, it just prolongs them. Unless, of course, your win condition involves you having a crap ton of life. But we only have 8. Let's see here. Wild Field Border Post. Pay 1 mana and return a basic land I control to the hand rather than pay its mana cost. Okay, and it comes into play tapped. Ooh, okay, yeah, that's mana fixing. And I can just... Alright. I'll add that in. I'd replace that with a forest. Nice. That's the quest board. I'm going to afford 1 more bad card. 0/3 Defender, which can tap an untapped creature I control that? No? A Werebear, which is a 1/1 for 2. But if I have a lot of stuff in the graveyard, it becomes a 3/3 for 2. That's also a mana source. I'm considering it. Also, if you're rich enough, you can come over here and buy equipment, which increases some of your stats on the overworld and in games. And some of these games get so ridiculous you're basically going to need it. So your area auxiliary, a 3/3 flyer. For 4, this one's actually pretty good. For only 50 gold. There's also darting merfolk, which I can pay mana to bounce back to my own hand. And the menagerie has Tamar Estate, Breath Stealer, Shiennis Dragon, a 3/5 flyer, and Goad It. So it taps something down so you can beat over them, and then it's forced to attack. You can do that on like a weak blocker or something. And Countryside Farms has Death Nail God, a Frost Wielder, and a Power Stone Engineer. Well, there was this thing I saw over here that I kind of wanted. Area Auxiliary. I'm going to replace one of our dumber flyers with that. We just got Area Auxiliary, which is a 3/3 flyer for 4. That gives a +1 to 2 target creatures. Up to. Which is Golden Scale Aeronaut, which I think has flying, but I know it gives something else flying for a turn. Probably going to get rid of Aviary Mechanic, actually. Alright, now let's continue on with our first quest. These are going to be long episodes. Your navigation arrow should now direct you to the nearest dungeon. Many quests will send you to dungeons, but you are also free to enter them without a quest. Follow the arrow and travel to a dungeon. Freak. Oh shit. I guess we're playing a game now. It's time to duel. I have won the coin toss. I'll play. I have a forest, plains, and nothing I can actually play with this. We're gonna mulligan. God damn it, this is worse somehow. Alright. We'll just drop a plains and play with this. Welcome to Mana Flood, the game. I play a plains, and end my turn. Oh shit, that is loud. Oh my god. When Baronmore enters the battlefield tapped, which is just a crappier swamp, I guess. At least we know he can't play anything this turn. Christ. I don't have anything that requires 2 white mana on... I'm going to have to adjust the sound. This is blaring right in my ear. It's fine. We can get a 1/3 on board. That's a blocker. Freaking auto taps. Just hope that he can't play. He has 2 black mana. He's gonna play something. No, he didn't play anything. Shit. I need an island all of a sudden. All right, at 4 mana, we get our auxiliary out. For now, we can just swing because he doesn't have anything on board. But he might have something in his hand. I need to change up some settings after this game. Ah! This guy has like, 3 times my health. And an armor thrall! Okay. Ow. I think we're just gonna sit here and hold off for a bit. And he put Thrall, Retainer on Armor Thrall. So it's a 2/4 regenerator. But he's not going to swing because he can't really do much. Oh, Dutiful Servants. Alright, we have a 2/5 on board. And he has a Thrall. He's playing a Thrall deck. Okay. We have 5 mana on board. Which is not quite enough for our 6-cost Paladin of Prov. And we need a goddamn island. For now, though, we can play our Area Auxiliary. and buff up our board a bit. Could swing in with a 3/6. If he double blocks, then I can take out his Thrall champion at least. Or I can hit him for 3, but then I lose one of my blockers. No balls. Yep. I could have taken it out if I had used Arrestor's Zeal. And there's another Thrall Retainer on the Thrall champion. And of course he's going to swing in. It's currently a 4/4. It's going to drop back down to a 3/3. I might just have to take it to the face, but at the same time... yeah, no, I'm going to... Yep, and it regenerated. And Breeding Pit! Ooh. Alright, so that drops him down 2 mana. But he gets basically 1/2s for free at the end of his turn. I don't think he has anything in the graveyard, does he? Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, he has 1 card in the graveyard, 2 in the hand, 47 left in his deck. Now we have Arrestor's Zeal, and he has a Thrall Retainer. That is a flyer on board. I can start swinging for 3 in the air and get 3 more in the air on board. So I can just swing at him for 3 in the air because I have blockers on board. On the ground. He doesn't have anything flying right now. He still has 4 mana to spend for another Breeding Pit. Which means he's getting 2 1/2s a turn. And it only cost him 4 mana a turn, so it means he has 2 currently to play with. It looks like we're just swinging for 6 in the air a turn until he gets something to deal with our flyers. But he's going to be able... Ooh. Huh. He's going to be able to just swing really wide and just beat us down just by having so many people on board. Golden Scale Aeronaut. Which puts a +1/+1 counter on something. And gives it flying until the end of turn. I'll probably slap it on something that's already in the air. Area Auxiliary. Because if I put it on a Seasoned Consultant, yes, I could swing in for quite a bit. Not quite lethal, though. That'd be what? Whatever, I've already made the mistake, so we're just going to roll with it. And swing in for 7 in the air. If he doesn't have an answer to me soon... he's going to lose next turn. He doesn't have an answer, but he does have 2 mana on board and 3 cards in his hand. We're going to swing in. And pray to God. Woo! Victory for me! This is hard mode, by the way. What the hell just happened? Oh, I got 1 mana crystal. And also, Infernal Denizen, a 5/7 for 8. You have to sacrifice 2 swamps during each of your upkeeps or tap it. And my opponent can gain control of any creature of their choice. Infernal Denizen can just steal creatures. Some gold. This royalty-free music is reminding me of that fucking Crystal game, that Crystal RPG game. I forget the name of it. I got a Baron Moore, okay. So I got some black cards. I wasn't expecting to win that easy. Ah, a dungeon. Bird. Now you don't gain XP. If you want to up your stats, you have to go buy stuff, so you're grinding for money, basically. Many quests you undertake in your adventure will send you to 1 or more dungeons just like this one. Dungeons are filled with enemies, but also treasures like gold, mana shards, and cards. Your next objective is to defeat any single enemy in a duel. I already did that. You can find them in dungeons like this one or wandering around outside on the world map. To begin a duel, simply walk into the enemy. If you are defeated, that's fine. If, when that happens, you will lose some of your starting health and a percentage of your gold, but you've learned what you can expect from that enemy in the future. An enemy that feature in the dungeon will remain on the map, and you can try again, or run away to just try something else, or heal yourself. Some quests like this one have multiple objectives that can be achieved simultaneously. My other current objective is to find and enter a cave on the world map. I just have to beat any enemy. While we're here, we're going to try and sneak around all these skeletons and steal this stuff. The Feral Alchemist. A Gellan Sphinx, a 1/5 for 5. For Flying Vigilance. Whenever it attacks, other attacking creatures get a +1/+1. That's not too bad. I don't have enough blue, though. Protect and Serve. That's not too bad. It can be, it's blue and or white. Voice of Resurgence. We're actually getting stuff that's pretty good for us right now. Voice of Resurgence. Whenever an enemy casts a spell during my turn, or when Voice of Resurgence dies, create a green and white elemental creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures. That's good. It's a 2/2 for 2. And if my opponent has a lot of instants that it likes to use on my turn, I just get more stuff on board. Maze Rusher. Mind Static. Azorius Cluestone. I'll consider it. It's mana fixing, and there's also Celestia Cluestone. Celestia. Sunspire Gatekeepers. Alright, we might be able to fix up our deck real soon. Ooh, Mending Touch. There's a Regenerate Instant. Maze Glider. And Izzet Guildgate. I'm not running blue-red yet. I'm trying to avoid skeletons. Just get free stuff. Money! Alright, now we're going after a cave. Ooh, everything here starts with Infernal Genesis. That can be bad if you have a very small deck. What the fuck is that? Ooh, whatever it is, I don't want to fight that. Is that a fucking storm cloud? A cave is functionally identical to a dungeon, but can be classified separately for quest purposes. A cave would not have completed your objective to find a dungeon, nor would a dungeon count for this one. Alright. Apparently I still need to defeat an enemy. I wonder if I can take on anything in here. Shit. Maybe? Well, there's treasure behind this one, so we're going after him. Ah, I forgot to adjust the sound. Oh, that made a terrible mistake. Oh, hey. That's a decent hand. Alright, he has a red deck. He has 30 health! Now let's get our counter spell set up for now. And he lightning bolts me. An Ignoble Hierarch, which is a 0/1 exalted, so he can swing in for 1. It's also a nice little mana battery for black, green, or red. Okay. It's fine, we can get a 2/2 Vigilance on board right away. Next turn, we will have an instant that can buff our dog. We can get a really big owl dog. And he has a Forced Cultivator. Ooh. Interesting. He's ramping. Ah, my ears. Okay. We're just gonna sit here and wait and see what he does. And he attacks. So he's attacking basically as a 4/3. He has stuff that he can play. He might actually be able to take us down if we don't block. Colossal Heroics. Our dog is now a big woofer. Woo! And he has a seasoned pyromancer. And then he discards 2 cards and draws 2 cards, and for each non-land discarded this way, he gets a token. Okay, there's an elemental token and an eternal witness. We got a Rester's Zeal and a Plains. We have 4 mana on board. We can start countering spells now, which I might have to do. There's a 3/3 Vigilance for 5, which we will be able to get out next turn. Right now we have a 2/2 Vigilance. But it's not first strike, so we could block with Eternal Witness, and they'd trade out. And then he'd just be able to swing in for game next turn. Almost game next turn, unless he has a buff in his hand. So for now we're just going to sit here, because our Alpine Watchdog can buff itself up to a 4/4 if need be. And Lightning Bolt, yes, he has lethal. I don't have blocks. He has lethal. We've lost. I could have frazzled that. I should have frazzled that. I don't normally play blue, so I keep forgetting that I have counters. That was my bad. Now that's game. To be fair, he had like almost 4 times my health. We have $100. Let's see if we can afford anything. Birds of a feather. A 2/3 flash fly for an Avon Reed stock. Sometimes the art doesn't load in properly. There's a Rook Egg. We can get a 1/1 protection from black for 2 mana. Oh, there it is. A 2/3 flyer for 4 that we can flash in on their turn. Okay. Battleflight Eagle, a 2/2 for 6. What is this? Elf on a shelf, okay. We can afford 2 things. The Naya Hushblade. And Wild Wanderer, okay. Round elves, watch yourselves. What do we have that we can afford here? Cabal Paladin. A Youthful Knight, which is a 2/1 first strike for 2, which isn't bad. Swordsworn Cavalier, which has a 3/1 first strike. If I can get a lot of knights on board. Or for 6 mana, we can get a 3/7 Vigilance. Who needs a horse? The people who can't afford that much animal feed. Or we can get a Grappler Spider, which is a 2/1 with Reach. Here, we can get a Flywheel Racer or Revoke Privileges. No. You're not allowed. Down here we can get Herald of Dramaka, which is a 2/2 Vigilance, but it gives every other warrior creature we have Vigilance. That Accursed Spirit, Stone Cedar Hierophant, Pyre Spawn. Right now we're running with green, white, blue, so we're looking for those kinds of colors. Cloud Chaser Eagle. A 2/2 flyer for 4. Ooh, that can just tap stuff. 2/2 for 3, that taps stuff on attack. Invisimancer, which is a 2/1 unblockable for 3. Something else unblockable. Goblin Chirurgeon. Countryside Farm. I think we were just here. Hold on. Terrain Elemental. Or a Swamp Mosquito. Ooh, interesting. A 0/1 flyer that just puts a single poison counter on the player. Honestly, with the life that some of these things have, you almost want to do a poison build. Cultbrand Cinder. A 3/3 for 5? But it gives a -1/-1 counter, so not worth it. Not worth it. I think I saw something here that I wanted. Yeah. And now we're back to editing our deck. The most exciting part of this adventure. We just got quite a few new cards. We will sort by new and see what we got. The Clue Stone's in. Master of Diversion. Herald of Dromoka. It's a 2/2 Vigilance. 4 mana for a counter spell. Multicolored creatures I control have flying with Maze Glider, which is a 3/5 flyer for 6. And we're going to be taking stuff. We might even be taking out stuff that I just put in. 1/5 Flying Vigilance. I did like Protect and Serve. And that one. But before that, before we get back to editing, this game is very loud. Okay. Now what are we getting rid of? Did we get a new land? No, we didn't get any new lands. We just got the Clue Stones. 2/3 for flyer for 5, but it gives them counter. It's a 3/4 flyer for 5. That's all it really does, is just a flyer. Gonna get rid of Dario Healer. Get rid of that. Let me see, how many other warriors do we have? So far, just the one. I might actually have to get rid of Herald of Dromoka if we don't have any other warriors. Rogue. Sphinx. Sorry, we don't have any other warriors, so we're gonna get rid of Herald of Dromoka. But a 2/2 Vigilance for 2 is pretty good. I might keep it in just because it's a 2/2 Vigilance for 2. Master of Diversion. Not too bad. The Master of Diversion isn't that guy, it's that guy. Soul Strike, which gives things +1/+1. I'm basically just making a crappy Vigilance deck. Not get rid of Dutiful Servants. And that. Kind of dumb. I can just give things flying if I have blue mana on board. Do like that one. Those both cost the same. Might keep both of them in just because we might need it. I got a Slick Shot Volt Buster, which means all of our blue is basically just there for counters. And Jellin Sphinx. Right, Wildfield Border Post, which is another one. I might get rid of an island. Colossal Heroics. We have enough other blue mana sources. Seasoned Consultant, it's nice. I need more multiples, Jesus. It's basically a 2/3 effectively. Unless it gets counters put on, in which case it becomes a hell of a lot bigger really fast. That double strike is no joke, honestly. Solid Footing, not bad. Might get rid of Dragon Wings, but eh. say 3, 4 for 6, or effectively for 4 first strike. So I might stick with that. Give it vigilance later. Okay. I might get rid of Paladin of Prov. It's not as good as it sounds, honestly. Alright, we have a 45 card deck. We're going to save it here. Again, I have done this before. We're going to save over it. And we're going to win one more game before this episode is over. Those goblins? Eh? I guess we're fighting a... This is a lightning elemental. Oh, this is going to kick our ass. By our, I mean my, of course. I'll start us off then. With this. Yes, I can get some men on board. We will have enough to bring out Anna Disciple in like 3 turns. We're going to roll with it for now. Starting with the planes. And they're starting with probably a lightning bolt. And we have Wildfield Border Post on board. Next turn we can start making some plays. Because we have white, green, and blue mana available to us now. We have 2 mana on board. We can go, not Voice of Resurgence yet, but next turn, but we can at least get an Anna Disciple on board. And he can start giving things flying if need be. And he just shocks it to death, okay. What are the odds? We got Karametra's Favor. And we have a Voice of Resurgence on board, but they also have 3 mana, so they can just Shock or Lightning Bolt this down. We have 1 blue mana up, which isn't enough. And it incinerates our Voice of Resurgence. Oh, it incinerates me! Oh shit. Dwarven Mines! Ah! Into a Lightning Elemental. Oh shit, that's a 4/1 haste. Didn't attack. Good. We have 4 mana on board. Might give Karametra's Favor to Voice of Resurgence. So that's another mana source of any color. That leaves me with a... I don't have Mending Touch. I do have Mending Touch, but it uses Voice of Resurgence. I might swing in with the token. But I might just need to get down more creatures. I'm going to swing in with the token. See if he blocks. Nope, it's damage on board. Ooh, that's not good. That's game no matter how I swing it. Should have kept my token up because my life is so goddamn low. And it copied Mending Touch? So he just regenerated his own ball lightning. Ow. That's right, it had trampled anyways. I said I'm gonna win something. Those birds are gone. There's goblins there. I sure hope you guys like swarming. With crappy 1/1s. This is a pack of goblins. A goblin attack force, if you will. Oh, shit! Shit, there's 3 opponents. One of them plays a mountain and a crazed goblin. And I just got mana screwed. A 1/1 flying vigilant? Ah! I've never seen this before. Okay. I have a 2/2 vigilance on board, so I can block the crazed goblin. Can't block that though. Gonna take a 1/1 to the face. Kellen! So he now has a 2/3. A 2/1. Goblin Smuggler. God damn it. Shit, I might need to carry Metra's favor just to draw a card and pray to God I get a land. Ta-da! Nope. Alright, so I have 1 mana. But it'll force me to tap my fucking dog. Should have gone with Soul Strike technique instead. I'm gonna swing in at... Whoop. 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 This guy. Wait, shit, hold on. I fucked up. I fucked up bad. Alright, so there can be multiple enemies at once. I think that just updated like today. Alright, I said we're gonna win something, so we're gonna go win something. I can't fight either of those. Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Can't fight that guy neither. Or we might be able to cheese dick this with some Infernal Genesis. Again, all of these magic things are going to be long. Let me adjust my camera real fast. We'll be starting this off. I don't have enough mana on board. Well, it's something. Don't have any blue. So I might have to get rid of our Protect and Serve for now. And what did we lose? We just lost a Healer's Hawk. Damn it, I like that one. Oh, we just have to start getting lands down and pray we draw into some more. Oh, good. He didn't get anything. We got Karametra's Favor. And we lost an island. Damn it. I needed that. And we can't play anything right now. Oh shit, he has tokens now too. A Clattering Augur. At least that can't block. And we lost. Solid Footing, okay, not too bad. But we did get a Master of Diversion. Which means we have more creatures than minion tokens on board. Speaking of, may as well swing in for 1. 2. Oh! Okay. So he can actually play from his graveyard. And we just lost something big. What did we lose? Frazzle. We're out of land, but we can get down to 1/3. Which can function as a blocker. You can, like, double block and get all kinds of stuff off of there. Soul Strike technique. So I can give Seasoned Consultant, Vigilance. Next turn. Should have, yeah. That's about it until next turn. Then Seasoned Consultant's going to be swinging as like a 4/4, as like a what? 4/4 starting next turn because of all the minion tokens I can just throw at the face. What did we lose? Is it a land? It's a goddamn land. We're going to have a 2/4 Vigilance. That can't block anyways. The reassembling skeleton will block a minion. A lot of minion tokens just went down. And there's the Infernal Genesis. They get 2 more tokens, and their reassembling skeleton reassembles. And they have another Clattering Augur, which can't block anyways. Why did they just take damage? Okay. That explains it. We lost another land. Alright, we have 4 mana on board. Our Seasoned Consultant and our Master Diversion get a hell of a lot bigger. So Seasoned Consultant is swinging as a 5/5 Vigilance. That's their biggest thing. So, and their Clattering Augur can't block. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. I can drop that down to 4 blockers, and they wouldn't be able to destroy Seasoned Consultant because they don't have any mana on board. So I can swing in with 4, 7, 9 damage. So they'll be forced to block, and they're going to have to trade out some minions. But that'll leave us pretty open, too. But we do have it. We will have at least 2 blockers. And we are going to force down their Persistent Specimen. Right, so they blocked the 5, but they're taking 3 directly to the jaw. The jawbone. And they don't have enough left on board to take us out, so they probably aren't going to try to attack quite yet. Man, they are going very wide. We just got a whole lot of minion tokens, and we can Karametra's Favor in to draw a card. And we also have 3 in the air, so... We still have 3 mana on board, and we drew into a Plains. So now we have 4 mana on board. We can get a dog in, which will function as a blocker. Next turn we have mana. We can make even more plays next turn if we need to. But for now, I think we're just going to swing in for 3 in the air, and unless he has an answer, we win next turn. Death Priest of Miracle. Oh, fuck. That's not good. It's fine. His stuff doesn't have trample. His stuff doesn't have trample. He doesn't have any flyers. He's out of mana. We win. We have flyers. We can swing in for however much in the air. Don't do anything fancy, just win. Yes! There's also a Necromancer over there. We got Limdul's High Guard, which is a 2/1 first strike regenerator for 3. That's a halfway decent black card from way back in the day. And that came out around 96. Maddox, your art is fucking metal. Fuck yeah. Alright. An Audacious Thief. Ooh, he looks like a gnome. Ugh. Ugh. 3/2, but I can draw, but it costs... my life is too low to even consider using that. And Drekovac. A 3/3 for 2. Which might be too... Ooh, and $8. Winning a duel grants rewards. Usually a combination of gold and cards. Some of these drop a bit wider assortment of cards for variety, but others specifically give cards from their own deck. If you still need to visit a cave, do that now, otherwise it's time to return to town. It's not a bad idea to occasionally visit town to sell extra cards, browse the shops, or pick up new quests. Every town has its own assortment of shops, and thus its own unique collection of cards for sale. Like most small towns, there are more shops and market stalls than there are houses, with much of the town's occupants traveling in from the outlying areas each morning. Many merchants are peddling their wares, and most relevant to a wizard having colorful, if at times crude, signs in front of their shops advertising their specialties. The inn sounds just vacuous enough to know that it is doing healthy business. For recall what you were told about the challenge coins and contemplate putting them to use there. Perhaps the most intriguing of all, however, is the town hall with a notice board out front. Advertising work for adventurers. What better way? We've already gone over this. I have to go do another quest now. Oh, come on. Well, we can pick that up next episode. Till then, toodaloo, darlings.